Is Texas about to remind America who actually runs this country? This is a rising speech for a republic that forgot it has 50 guardians. Texas is reasserting its constitutional authority and exposing the imbalance between state power and a bloated federal government. Today we're going to explore why Texas may be the catalyst for a nationwide constitutional awakening. Stay tuned for a very special #GoRight with Peter Boykin commentary. Remember, we fight for what's right because it's time to go right.
It's time to go right. It's time to go right. It's time to go right. It's time to go right. It's time to go right. Yeah. It's time to go right. I can see the look in your eyes. You got soul, baby, and you're gonna be alright. Make a move, feel the groove. Get down, all my people, everybody sing.
Let's start by speaking very plainly, because the age of polite whispering is over. What we are witnessing right now is not chaos. It is not rebellion. It is not extremism. It is the very first spark of something America has not seen in a long time. It is a state remembering the power it actually has. And the country is nervous because deep down we all know the truth. States were never meant to kneel. They were never meant to obey. They were never meant to wait for permission from Washington before protecting their own people. For far too long, we have allowed the federal government to pretend it is the master of this republic. Newsflash, it is not. The states created it. The states empowered it. And the states can check it anytime they choose. Remember, folks, this is the United States of America. And that's not radical. That's the blueprint of this nation. That is the design the founders wrote with quills dipped in rebellion and sealed with the belief that no centralized authority should ever be trusted with absolute power. People say that Texas is pushing the boundaries. No, Texas is doing what the Constitution allows. The real boundary pushers are sitting in Washington, D.C., growing agencies that never answer to the people and enforcing policies that break the very rights they swore to protect. They expand their reach every single year. They take more authority every year. And they expect the states to sit quietly while the republic tilts further and further away from the balance that protects freedom. Texas simply stopped pretending. And now the political class is afraid, because when one state remembers who it is, the others start to wake up too. That is how revolutions begin. Not with violence, but with a question. Not with weapons, but with memory. Not with force, but with courage. When one state stands, the rest see that they can stand. When one state pushes back, the rest realize they were allowed to push back all along. And this is the moment Washington fears the most. A population that remembers the federal government is not a king. A state that remembers the 10th Amendment is not decorative poetry. A republic that remembers that power does not flow downward from elites. It flows upwards from the people through their states. The truth is, no one in Washington wants to admit this. The federal government is powerful only because the states allow it to be powerful. The balance can shift anytime a state decides it is done being used. Anytime a state decides the Constitution matters more than political pressure. Anytime a state decides the safety of its own citizens comes before the feelings of bureaucrats. This is not about Texas alone. This is about the soul of the entire republic. Because if one state can reclaim its authority, it proves the rest can too. And if the rest do, then Washington loses the ability to rule by fear, by threats, by funding manipulation, by weaponizing agencies, and by pretending its power is absolute. It never was. It never will be. And it is time the American people remembered that. This is a crossroads moment. One road leads to a nation where 50 states become 50 obedient districts run by one city with one voice and one agenda. And the other road leads back to the constitutional republic the founders built, where states defend their people, guard their borders, and stand firm when Washington fails or overreaches. Texas has chosen its road. Texas stepped into the role of the Constitution created for it. And now every state must decide whether to follow or continue surrendering authority to a federal machine that has forgotten the limits placed on it. This is not a stunt. This is not a headline. This is a reminder. A reminder that the Constitution still works when the states choose to use it. A reminder that liberty survives when people refuse to hand their power to Washington. And a reminder that the future of this nation depends not on federal dominance, but on states willing to rise, act, and lead. Texas stood up. The question is whether the rest of the country still has the courage to rise with it. Because history always remembers the first one to say enough. And history always follows through or follows those who refuse to kneel. This is the moment we discover the republic we were meant to be. It's time to #GoRight.